those are the people who have the most potential to stand up and change something, because they're
Mm-hmm.
thinking about changing themselves. They don't know all the way of how to do it, but they're even considering it. And many times because the person genuinely wants to make a difference. That's also there. But I see so many people get sucked into, people that I'm like, man, this person has so much potential to really do something. They get sucked into like this idea of like dream building, of
Mm-hmm.
having this image of a life, you know?
It's like masturbation.
That is what it is. But it's like they just get into this, well, I already have kind of what I want to get in my life, and they never even necessarily questioned why. And all I'm asking people to do is just question, why do you want those things? And even if you had it, then what?
Mm-hmm.
Like really, really look at that for yourself. And the only thing that I can see to do is to, we're doing this podcast, obviously looking for those people to kind of see, like, are you out there? I mean, I know they are, but you have to, if you're one of those people who's saying, okay, I want to make a difference, but I have all these things that I want. Can you question that for a moment? Because if you can't, if you're in that state where you can't question it, that's what it means to be a slave. That's what it means to be in the matrix. It means you are controlled by this information, these images, these pictures, these ideas, these beliefs. So everyone is doing this. That's why I say it's not about, we're not trying to pick on people who are like trans or whatever. Everyone is doing this. Everyone is having this issue where they're more focused on how they're feeling about their life, about who they are, about their little bubble, rather than I'm here as a physical body, just like a tree is there physically. And a tree, all it does all day is bring up water, filter that, turn it into carbon dioxide, and all these other points that are, or oxygen or whatever, all these other points, and it's giving to the reality, it's receiving, and it's there, and it's. Does anybody have a problem with a tree?
Mm-mm.
Like, the tree doesn't think about itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there, and it does its function. But with humans, we have this extra dimension, which is like myself, my I.
Mm-hmm.
I am this, I am that. But a tree doesn't have that. Can you imagine if there's, like, in the future, when all oppressed groups in the planet all have their own special provisions and everyone's all equal, the trees are going to revolt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're going to be like, I am a trans tree. And like, they're going to have all the, like, that. You can't even imagine that's possible. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're inferior to us? No, they're here just like we are. But we are allowing this point of imagination within ourselves that is just programmed like a computer, and people are putting all this input into it, and then that's running, and we're just like these physical bodies that are capable of so much, and then we're just treating it like it's a glorified movie theater, rather than it being this tool of being in this physical reality and actually creating something that's really amazing, that we can then, who knows what's possible. You can't really imagine it, but we're treating it so much less than it really is. Right. And so what I'm seeing is, this is why we say, like, this is taking self-development to the ultimate, the next level. And we're not doing this from the perspective of, so you can have the Ferrari in the garage. I mean, you can get that too, because if you have that and your starting point is to influence other people to stand up and do what's best, Ferraris already exist, right? They're going to
Mm-hmm.
keep making them whether you have one or not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if your whole purpose in life is just to get the Ferrari,
Yeah. What?
like, really, that's all you are? You just, this thing that literally just bought into Ferrari's brand messaging? That's what you've done with this magnificent gift that you have. Like, imagine you have a limited time to experience yourself in reality.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine there's nothing after this. This is it. This is your one chance to be in reality and be here and do something with it. And you're wasting it trying to get a bunch of stuff. But hear me out. You can still have that stuff. In fact, if you have the desire for it, and you're willing to go and get it, just align yourself with also doing what's best. Do it in the best way. Do it where the way you get it is by also measurably making the world better. That's why we keep impulsing techno tutor, and destiny and all these points, because as a group, we can then utilize what everybody wants, which is all these nice things, as a point of like, who do you listen to? Right? Like if you listen to your wishes, your command, that's the first point that's really hit upon. So there's nothing wrong with acquiring those things and having, the signs of success that you're going to use to support other people to say, hey, I want to be a part of that, because we're just still in the beginning of where we're going.